The female CEO was inspecting a rural area. She unintentionally stood under a large tree. A familiar yet strange feeling suddenly surged in her heart. Childhood memories of playing here with her mother flooded her mind. Her heart trembled slightly. She decided to carefully examine this place. Perhaps it held clues about her long-lost biological parents. However, before she could take a few more steps, the noise ahead caught her attention. Several uniformed people were forcibly demolishing an elderly couple's home. The elderly couple knelt helplessly, pleading for mercy. Seeing this, she sternly stopped them. She quickly stepped forward to help the elderly woman to her feet. Unintentionally, she noticed the jade pendant around the old woman's neck. The design was identical to the one she always carried with her. At that moment, her breath caught. She softly asked about the pendant's origin. The elderly woman was equally shocked. Trembling, she said it was the only keepsake of her long-lost daughter. The woman then removed her own pendant. It perfectly matched the old woman's pendant. The woman could no longer contain her emotions. She cried out the words mom and dad that had been suppressed for years. The family of three embraced tightly. At that moment, it seemed to make up for all the lost years, but the warmth had barely begun. A sharp and harsh voice broke the atmosphere. An arrogant cousin arrived to question the woman's identity. With disdain, she declared, even if the woman reunited with her biological parents, it would not change the fate of the demolition. She spoke rudely, attempting to physically teach the woman a lesson, but the woman blocked her with a swift move. Unwilling to give up, the enraged cousin called her boyfriend's men over, planning to forcefully take the woman away. The helpless parents trembled in fear. They mustered the courage to seek help from a tycoon, who was once the woman's fiancé in an arranged childhood marriage, but they never expected. The tycoon not only refused to help, but also slapped the elderly man across the face, accusing them of spreading lies about him being their son-in-law. He claimed they were trying to tie themselves to him for money. He threw a wad of cash at them, telling them to take the money and get lost. Otherwise, he threatened to have his men break their legs. As the elderly couple despaired, the woman finally arrived. Seeing her in a construction worker's uniform, the tycoon's eyes were filled with contempt. He mocked her. Even if she reunited with her lost daughter, she was just a worthless laborer. She could never match his wealth and power. He even attempted to strike her, but she easily dodged him. As the confrontation escalated, a luxury car suddenly drove onto the scene. Stepping out was the tycoon's current girlfriend. Noticing the woman's dusty work clothes, she did not hide her ridicule, and proudly bragged that the new chairman of the board would host a banquet at the welcome hall tonight, and announce a $10 billion investment into her company. The tycoon instantly felt smug, confident he was on the path to becoming the world's richest man. He publicly declared his intent to annul the engagement with the woman. The crowd joined in mocking her, calling her the daughter of worthless garbage collectors, claiming she was delusional to think she could change her fate. But the woman smiled calmly. She stared directly into the tycoon's cold eyes, and coldly declared that he was unworthy of her. The crowd found her words utterly ridiculous. They laughed at her, saying a rural nobody could never rise above her station. But just as everyone eagerly awaited the new chairman's appearance, the woman, dressed in a stunning gown, slowly entered the venue. Everyone was utterly stunned.